Eve here. Hope all is well. It's a good day to be among the land of the living, and I mean that sincerely. Here in the garden, there are all things living and living well. And it's so beautiful to be among living things. It is so good to be considered a steward of the land, cultivating all the things that God cares about. I'm Dr. Eve here on my channel. We are talking about living well from the soil up as we build strong home economies. I'm excited today, you guys. I have been doing a lot of work in the garden and trying to rest here and there. We have our service for my brother this weekend, next Saturday, the 6th, and um, building up my spirit man to deal with that right now because that's always hard, laying a family member to rest. But today, you guys, I have a question, and that question is: have you ever put down hardwire in your tilled beds? Have you ever put down hardwire in your tilled beds? And I ask that because I know that I've had a problem with moles here in my garden, and I've put down stuff to get rid of them. For them go somewhere else, baby, because you can't stay here. And but I saw online on another YouTuber, I can't call his name, and when I do, I'll give him credit for it, who was putting down hardwire under his raised bed. And I was like, oh, well, um, I consider my till beds to be raised beds because, they're blocked off and they're raised up. But a mole or vole can still get under the ground and eat the roots. It can still get up under there and eat the roots of those plants. And so I think I've been experiencing that a little bit. And so I am doing something different with one of my beds. I'm preparing all of my beds now to because I'm having a soil drop, compost drop on in a couple of days. So I'm preparing my beds now to get a soil amendment and my bags so I can plant my winter vegetables right this week. Plant out this week by Friday. No later than Friday, they are going in the ground and or in the bags. And I am going to put hardwire, and I'm going to show you what I did actually because um, I think having a visual is always good. So I have been, like I said, digging up these or getting ready to turn these beds over. Let me turn it around. So I did these yesterday. I planted up my what do you call this, basil, because they're trees really, and they will go well into. But this is one of my beds. These basil came out of this bed. They are the survivors from this bed. So they did good. If it can grow, if it's proven to me that this can grow, right? However, the tomatoes didn't do well there. This huge, giant, um, what we call these? Help me out, y'all. Marigold. It's still growing. It's taller than me, y'all. It's 6 feet tall. So this bed is doing okay, but this is the kind of bed I'm talking about. I am going to till up the soil again, take it out, and I'm going to lay hard wire under there because I don't want to deal with voles. I'm tired of dealing with, I'm going to do the same with this one over here too. Look, full of marigolds. I don't know what it is, but these marigolds, they just went crazy over here. And the Thai basil, the marigolds, but nothing else really grew here well. because it covered everything. It covered the greens. It covered those greens. I mean, nothing else did well here, not even the tomatoes. So I had to put the tomatoes by themselves, and they are doing well because we had a little talk, like I told y'all. And y'all can see them tomatoes popping up. They popping up everywhere. But I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but this is my new deck that I put out here. So I have a new deck. Let me just show you from here because I don't want to get my feet dirty. So I have that bed right here. This bed right here with some strawberries were in it. And so I noticed that the strawberries had such really shallow roots, right? And I'm like, wow, these strawberries don't have any roots. And they just felt like so easy to pull out. Now I kind of fear that there was hey there. I kind of fear that there may have been voles running around in there. So this bed, I've dug it up and I've put the soil into the bin. I'm preparing, and I'm gonna put it back down when the soil comes. But I'm putting hard wire on it first. You see the hard wire that's wrapped around that pole? I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. You see it? That's the kind of hard wire I'm going to use. That kind to put down in these beds. Right here, right here, right here, right there, and right here. This one I'm going to leave alone because it's got tomatoes in it. It's doing very well. But I can't do anything with this one because it's loaded with watermelon. This one did very well. No voles. Everything in here grew, and I mean, it grew massively. We're now working on tomatoes and peppers. I've taken out the squash plant. So anyway, that was my question really. I wanted to ask you all, has anyone ever used hardwire in their vegetable beds, the kind that you till? Because most people are putting in raised beds. I consider these raised beds, but because they're above the ground and I keep adding soil to them, but the voles still can get to them. The voles, the moles, and everybody can still get to them. So it's like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see how it works. Um, because dark the dark green leafy vegetables, they have very um, strong root systems. They get down in there, and if moles or voles are making tunnels under the ground, then they can literally eat the roots off the plants and cause them not to grow effectively. So I didn't have a lot of problems, but I felt like my cabbage could have grew better. I feel like there are some things that could have grown better. My broccoli, for as long as they were in the ground, I feel like they could have grown better. And so we're going to test it to see this year. Um, I may can't put broccoli in there because, well, I don't know. I don't know. I think the most important thing is giving the vegetables enough soil to grow in would be the deal. So I'm having a load of compost being brought in tomorrow, and so hopefully I'll just mix it with the soil that's in the ground because things grow better in the ground over here. In bags too, but I can grow stuff. I grow it in all different kinds of ways. So I just wanted to know if anyone else puts down hard wire. Cause I don't want to be. I just don't want to fight the moles. Anyone? Hey, family, Rivera Gonzalez. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lance. Hello. And thank you all for the like and subscribe. I appreciate you. Yeah. So what all are y'all doing today? It's Labor Day. I'm having a quiet day. There's so much still going on in the garden that I'm just doing a little bit at a time, just trying to get winter ready. This morning it was cold. This afternoon it's hot. Um, we don't know what this weather's gonna bring us. I know that it will bring some changes. It's gonna be different, I believe. Uh, Unlike anything we've seen before in this area. This, to be down to 56 this morning was kind of cold for September 1st. Even yesterday, the warm weather we had, I mean, the cold weather, the cool weather. So, anyway, really, that's all I came to ask y'all about was the hard wire. Should I put it down or should I not? Will my vegetables have enough? Um, will they have enough to, embed themselves down in there? Would the hard wire keep them from growing? I think that that's something I need to think about. Will the hard wire keep them? Well, the thing about roots can grow through the hard wire. What that would simply mean is that the actual stem of the plant may not be able to dig deep, right? But it will have to go upward versus down in the ground. Maybe I could just add more soil, you know, so that the stem has, lots of room. I don't know. What y'all think? I'm kind of perplexed about it. All I know is I got to get all these bags amended. Y'all, it is hard work. I only was able to get 5 bags done yesterday. They 7-gallon bags. So I'm having to turn the soil, amend the soil, change the bags out. Um, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it must be done if you're going to have success with growing in the bags. And I have so many plants that I'm going to need to grow in the bags. And yeah, I may, I don't know, so much going on. What are y'all growing? Family, what are y'all? Have y'all joined my community yet? I've been waiting for some people to subscribe and join the community so we can share our photos of the things that we're doing in the garden. I have a community, but you have to be a subscriber um, in order to comment in that community or post in the community. You have to be a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything, at least not for now. Um, I'm just really trying to build community so that we can do this thing together. Y'all know something what I heard yesterday, which I thought was wow. I was so wowed by it. Um, One of my friends reached out to me and, wants to plant, but they live in a HOA. Y'all, these HOAs doing y'all dirty. Them HOAs is doing y'all some kind of dirty that you have bought property in an HOA and you cannot plant a vegetable garden in your backyard. I can't with that. I can't conceptualize or wrap my mind around not somebody telling me what to do with my land. I just can't. I think that was part of not growing vegetables, but just the idea of some community governance that tells you you cannot grow food in an you can't plant certain things in your front yard. What's this right here? You can't grow food in your backyard. Y'all, I'm struggling with that. I am struggling with that. You hear me? Ain't no way. Ain't no way that should be legal. Do you know the number of people who are living in these HOAs? Bought these new homes in these HOA communities. I don't want to live around them anyway, so um, I had to be sure that me and my husband didn't buy anything that was going to be governed by some folks who's going to tell us how to what we could do on our land. What's your thoughts? I want to know what y'all think. Do you live in an HOA? Can you grow food? What are some of the things that you absolutely hate about living in an HOA? Anybody? Anybody? I would like to know. I am just curious because I felt bad. I felt really bad for the person because it made me not just for the person, but for anyone who's living in an HOA in these times that we're living in, where we know that it's important to grow our food now because um, of food systems, the breakdown in food systems, and the public lack of public trust. Um, but I'm going to encourage you because there is if there's a will, there is a way. As a matter of fact, you can grow in Vigo Gardens, which are towers. You can also grow in bags. I think they just don't want people tilling the grounds, which I still think is crazy because maybe if that's my ground, if I can put trees out there, why can't I put fruit trees out there? Can you put anybody here live in the HOA that can help me with that? Because I'm struggling. Can you plant fruit trees on your land? Anyway, I think I'm gonna do a series for HOAs so that I can show people how to grow in bags in these towers right here. Simple towers, simple bags. I've got a boatload of food just growing in these little towers right here on the look, right here. Those are greens right here. These are green beans right here. It's 30 plants in there. It's 15 plants in these green plants in right here in these pots. These are babies. But baby, they gonna be booming after a while. I can come out here and pick greens all day long. This is baby bok choy right here in this tower. So I wanted to have an abundance of food right here at the kitchen because that's gonna be a while out there. Winter stuff is gonna be a while out there because I'm working on that, right? But I wasn't gonna be without some winter food, some salad, arugula, lemons and limes. Look, greens out there, stuff. You can plant stuff. Greenhouse, like can you have a greenhouse? Can you have a glass greenhouse in an HOA? I don't know, but can you? Because you don't have to break the ground to do that. Can you have it for your plants? If so, you can plant in your greenhouse. I don't know, y'all. I need help. I see all these beautiful green beans I need to pick today. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cook some, saute some green beans and some okra. Oh, why am I? Y'all not even. I'm looking. Got y'all pointed at the sky. Yeah, cause the more you pick them, the more they grow. So I think I need to pick some of these green beans. I picked some yesterday. I'm gonna pick some today and saute me some okra and green beans. But yeah, that HOA thing got me. Just that fast, a big old cloud is over us. That's what I'm talking about. The weather changes so drastically. You can have clear skies 1 minute and boom. Then you have dark skies. This is my view right here. Isn't it pretty? But over here, this, but this is my view right here. It's my skyline. But anyway, I would love to know. I would love to know. I can't stay on here long because I need to go bag a bag. I need to go bag a bag. I need to go amend a bag. If I can do two in an hour, that'll be two in an hour, right? I don't want to do much else. I've been so consumed with planting. I actually love it, but today I'd rather just watch television. So I'm gonna go out here and do a couple bags, and then maybe I had the most beautiful morning. I just worshiped the Lord all morning. Turned on my worship music and laid in the arms of the Lord. It was beautiful. Serenaded by worship music. Serenaded. I need to go walk today too. I might do that. What are y'all up to today? It's Labor Day. What y'all doing? What y'all up to? I see y'all back there. But nobody don't want to respond. Hmm? How are we supposed to have an engaging conversation? Anyway, my beautiful people, I got one arugula that's so tall that the arugula is doing well. I know for those of you who watched me plant that up the other day, it's doing really good. Um, let's see what else I got growing out of here. Sweet potatoes, I think they're doing really good. I can't tell they're underground, but y'all, guess what's growing back? The figs and the blackberries are beautiful. Now, the one thing I'm concerned about is I have got four pups on that banana tree, and I have got to split them up because they are too big in that area by themselves. I'm gonna need to spread out the bananas this year. Just don't know where I'm gonna put them all because there's so many of them. You know what I might do is I might just put them all along that fence line. Yeah, just all along the fence line and just let them grow. That might be what I do. I'm not sure yet. Okay, that's all. That's all I have today, y'all. My scarf hurts today. That's all I have, and I really just wanted to know about that HOA situation. I'm sorry. I feel sorry. Feel sorry for people who actually live in HOAs because the limitations is crazy. I mean, it's foul to tell people what they can do, what they can and cannot do with their land. It's just like the RVs and the van lifers are being affected by homelessness right now because they made a choice or not to live in their RVs and or their vans. I my truck is completely prepared to do it. Um, because if anything happens and the house does not have power, it's easier for me to sleep in my car. because it'll be powered by my solar. But the home is powered by utilities, and I have to start up my generators. That's gas. It's easier just to live off my battery. Um, you know, solar power, my panel. Put my panel up there and just live in the car. I have done that. I've literally prepared my car as an emergency vehicle. I don't think enough of us are really thinking about the alternative sources that we have available to us. I have peeled back since I came back from Ghana. I've been peeling back the onion. Hey, Snowy, I've been peeling back the onion on all the ways in which I could survive. If we had a catastrophic event, the likelihood of something like that happening can be great. Whether it's a hurricane or, I've lost too many homes to say that it couldn't be. Because I felt like at first, well, why these, I keep, I walk out of my house, don't look like no one else's house was touched but mine. And I done lost two homes. Two or three. Three homes in hurricanes, during the hurricane season. So I know what it means to be prepared regardless, because you can find yourself on the bad side on the bad side of things if you're not careful. So yeah, that's a plan to be able to, I actually said I was going to start showing y'all some of the equipment, because I've partnered with some of these companies and I need to share these emergency supplies with you all so that you all can start getting your arsenal together, um, for any type of emergency situation, including maps. Because if your phone goes down or any of those things and you can't access it, or we've gotten so internet dependent that we may not even know how to get to the next city or whatever, because we've become so dependent. So I bought a map. I bought world, is it United States map? Yeah, a U.S. map of all the states, so I can know how to get around. Baby, get not microscope, but all I need is the routes. Follow the signs after that. I grew up watching signs from my daddy. I grew up watching street signs and highway signs for him when we would travel. So I learned very young how to read the signs. But anyway, y'all, that's all Dr. Eve is over here thinking about, is the situation that these HOAs are in, and how do we help them. And I think the best way is through, um, greenhouse, Vigo gardens, like your towers, bags, and I mean, literally, you can grow indoors. Get you some indoor indoor growers. Like I have two of them up here. Let me show you. Like these, I have two. These are indoor growers, but I'm gonna leave them outside, and I'm gonna buy three more to go inside for the winter. So those are some options I think that are available for those who are in HOAs. Lighting systems, make sure you have all the lights and seeds and things. The most important thing is have those things. I think we need to be very, very prepared in the months to come. Like, be able to put your hand on stuff. Like, we're enjoying, like, I enjoy life every day, but I'm always, thinking about if this, then that, right? even even in my pleasure just sitting here enjoying the garden, I actually love the peace and the goal to be able to, the privilege to be able to create this space, where I can have the peace that God wants me to have, the peace that's beyond my own understanding, right? And it's a blessing to be able to have that, and so I don't take it for granted. I'm actually getting sleepy, y'all. And I am that type of person that when I get sleepy, I will go to sleep right here on this camera. So I'm about to step off so I can shake the sleep off of me. I don't know if y'all can see it in my eyes, but I am that girl will go to sleep right here on this screen. So peace out. I hope you have the most amazing day in whatever you do. Don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming in this season, okay? Bye for